Welcome, namaste. Tonight we're doing week 4 of our 6-week series of Foundations of Hatha, and we are doing more of the same foundational standing and seated postures. We're also going to introduce kirtan meditation tonight. So we've been practicing breath mantra meditation with the mantra Gauranga. So tonight I'm going to introduce an instrument at the end using the harmonium to accompany the mantra meditation. So tonight's other kind of internal focus is just to come back to the primary purpose of our yogasana practice as it is part of the full yoga system, and that is to calm the mind and bring health and vitality to the body, and also to bring this sense of equilibrium so that it is easier to rest in awareness of our true selves, or to have that kind of awareness naturally arise that I am self, and also to cultivate awareness of the Supreme or Paramatma that is also resting within our hearts as well. So, as we go through our practice, yes, it's about mind, body, breath, but it can also have that spiritual element to it as well, where it becomes really an inherent part of our journey of self discovery and self realization. All right, so I'll invite you to sit comfortably and make sure you have your props handy. I'm going to be using a belt tonight, and maybe some blocks. And closing down at the eyes if you like, or having them nice and relaxed and half closed. Grounding down through your legs and hips and lifting up through your spine, lifting into the crown of your head. Your hands are resting comfortably on your lap. Noticing the sounds around you, some close by and some further away. And noticing the feeling of your clothes resting on your body. Tuning into any sensations occurring in your body. And then, without changing or judging your breath in any way, just coming to rest in awareness of your breath, following its journey in and out of your nose. Simply inhaling and exhaling. Now just bringing a conscious balance to your breath. Inhaling for the count of 4 and exhaling for the count of 4. Just continuing to breathe in your own rhythm. Inhaling for 4 and exhaling for 4. And if you are familiar with this kind of breathing, you might notice that you naturally pause at the end of the inhalation and the end of the exhalation, even if it's just momentarily. And that's okay. Just being in that awareness of inhaling for 4 and exhaling for 4, and allowing your breath to be completely natural and free. Just a couple more rounds. Keeping the breath flowing in this way, and we'll go straight into Goranga breathing. So, inhaling to draw the sound silently into your mind, and exhaling to say the mantra Goranga for the entire length of our exhalation. Exhale completely. Inhale. And say the sound Goranga. Inhale. Goranga. 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 One last time. Goranga. And relax into your regular breathing pattern, allowing the mantra to resonate through your mind and heart. And slowly opening your eyes, coming over onto your knees, sitting on your heels. And so feeling the gentle stretch through the thighs and the hips, feeling the weight of your torso dropping down onto your ankles. Taking a breath here, resting your hands on your lap with your palms turned up. The spine is reaching up nice and tall, lengthening into the crown of your head. Good. Two more breaths here. Starting our practice nice and gently, tapping into awareness and our breath rhythm. Now we'll combine our breath with a movement from side to side. So mobilizing the spine, lowering the left hand to the floor, bending through the left elbow as you reach up and over with the right arm. And then coming back to center, lowering the right hand to the floor, reaching up and over with the left arm. Moving from side to side with your breath as it feels comfortable. You can pause and linger on one side before moving to the other if you like. Let's do one more on each side. And come back to center. Now bring our hips to the floor, threading the left leg under and the right leg over, stacking your knees on top of one another. So a modified version would be to just have your right foot to the floor, left leg under. Full version is to really almost bind the legs together, trying to keep the knees stacked with both hips grounding down. And if you're feeling like you're bowing through your back, so you've got a little bit of a curve there, or you're feeling a bit strange through the hips, just take a folded blanket or a block underneath your hips to give you a bit more lift through your spine. And from here, we'll take the left arm under, right arm under, left arm over, intertwining the forearms, maybe bringing the backs of the hands together, or wrapping the palms to come together. And we'll take the fingertips up toward the ceiling. Keep grounding down through the hips, feeling a nice stretch through the shoulders. And then begin to lower the elbows down. We'll fold forward from the hips, curling forward, lowering your forearms to your legs, and letting your head drop forward. Breathing here, just a few breaths. Softening into your face. Feeling your hips and legs release as you hold the pose. And lifting up through your arms and torso, coming back up. And unravel your arms, placing your hands to the floor. So option to just switch your legs over, or you can take this fun little transition, taking your hands over to the left, and you're going to press down into your feet to help you lift your hips and come onto the tops of your balls of your feet, swiveling around and drop the right leg under, left leg over. So coming into the same stacked knee position on the other side. And if it's feeling a little too tight, just release the legs a little, bringing the foot to the floor. So allowing your hips to settle and ground to the floor. Sitting up nice and tall. And take the right arm under and the left arm over, the opposite of what we just practiced. I think I did it the wrong way around the other way. I apologize. So, as long as you're doing the opposite side, intertwining the forearms, bringing the palms to touch, and raise the elbows up, stretching through the shoulders. And then exhale, bringing the elbows down, hugging them in toward your chest as you fold forward, coming forward over the legs and lower your forehead. And allowing the weight of your upper body to drop into your legs, increasing the stretch through your hips. Softening into your hips. And lifting up. Release your arms. Unravel your legs. And come up to stand at the top of your mat. We'll take 3 rounds of sun salutations, going at your own pace. Grounding down through your feet, shoulders down away from your ears. Starting with your hands by your sides. Inhaling, raising your arms up, bringing your palms together, lengthening through your spine, looking to your thumbs. And exhaling, folding forward, bending through the knees for the first one. Hands come to the floor, bringing your head in toward your shins. Inhale, flat back, fingertips to the floor or your hands sliding up your shins. Exhale, stepping back into plank position. Elbows in, maybe knees to the floor as you lower your chest. Inhale into cobra. Or if you feel ready and able to, lifting the hips into upward dog, straightening the arms. Exhale, driving the hips up and back, coming into downward dog. And listening to your body here, if you feel like you want to spend a little bit of time paddling out through the heels for your first downward dog, just to open up through the backs of the legs, go ahead and do so. Check that your fingers and thumbs are spread nice and wide and press the floor away. The shoulders are nice and strong. Hips are lifted, heels lengthening down toward the floor. One more breath here. And step the feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, come all the way up. Palms come together. Exhale, arms down by your sides. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Exhale, folding forward, maybe keeping the knees straight this time. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, jumping or stepping back into plank. And lower down. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Exhale, lifting back into downward dog. Holding here for 3 breaths. Bringing a soft bend into the knees if needed, prioritizing ease and length through your spine. Exhale completely, then jump or step your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, arms down by your sides. Let's do one last round. Inhaling to reach up. Exhaling as you fold forward. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold and jump or step back. Plank position and lower all the way down. Inhaling, cobra or upward dog. Exhale, lifting back, downward dog. Holding for 3 breaths. One more breath here. Exhale completely and jump or step your feet forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhaling, arms by your sides. Take a breath. All right, stepping the right foot back for our first pose, going into a high lunge position. So your back heel is lifted, raising the arms up, holding here for a couple of breaths. So you're bending through the front leg, stacking that front knee above the ankle. If it gets too strong at any time, just dropping that back knee down to the floor. But you're really drawing back into the back heel. Back leg is nice and active, shoulders stacked above the hips. And then we're going to exhale, open out to the side, turning to the left as you lower your right hand to the floor or resting on top of a block and reaching up with the left fingertips. And placing your gaze in your head position wherever feels comfortable. So maybe looking down at the floor at a point in front of you, or for more of a twist through the neck, taking your gaze up, gazing at your fingertips. So keep actively pressing down through your feet and your lower palm. Holding here for just a couple more breaths. Gently squeezing through the hips, engaging through the core. And finding our way back up to standing, we're going to reach through the top hand, lifting back up to a revolved position. And bring your hands back to center, stepping the back foot forward. Whoop. And take a breath in mountain pose. Okay, let's change sides, stepping the left foot back, toes to the floor, and the back leg is nice and long. Bending through the front knee, stacking your right knee above your ankle, raising the arms up. Shoulders down away from your ears as you reach into your fingertips. Breathing naturally. All right, opening out, turning to the right, lowering your hands and arms to shoulder height, and then taking the left hand to the floor or on top of a block, and reaching the right fingertips up, Gazing at a point that is comfortable for you. Maybe taking your gaze up toward your top fingertips. Keep lengthening into your back heel, pressing down into your feet strongly. Squeezing through the hips to create stability through your pelvis. And inhaling, leading through the top fingertips, coming back into a revolved high lunge. Rotate back to center and a big step forward, coming into mountain. Lower your arms down by your sides. Okay, we're going to go into a balancing pose now, warrior three. So position yourself on your mat wherever feels comfortable. Option here is to be near a wall to steady yourself, hold on to the back of a chair, or even to have two blocks underneath your hands as you come into the pose. So before you lift all the way up and go into a full balancing position on one leg, you might like to steady yourself and get into alignment here with the blocks, like so, and then raise the arms and take your time to go through stages. And you might find that you actually just prefer to leave your hands on the blocks. So they're there as an example. But we'll come to standing position, shifting your weight to your right foot and begin to engage through your hips. So gently engage through your glutes, navel drawing in, and shifting your chest forward as you sweep your left leg back. Start with a bent leg so that you've got a little bit more stability as you get your bearing in the position. And then option to have hands to the blocks here, keeping that left hip rolling down, flexing your left foot back, maybe taking the arms by your sides. So the key here is to create energetic balance by really actively engaging through that left leg and pressing back into your heel. So you're sending your energy back and then reaching the arms forward, finding that nice center of gravity through the belly, over the top of the hip, keeping the left hip rolling down, reaching into the fingertips, and breathing. Good. And exhale, hands to your hips, lowering your back leg, both feet to the floor, and take a breath. Okay, shifting your weight to your left leg, raising the right foot off the floor. Engage through the hips and core, and then begin to sweep the right leg back as you lower your torso forward, finding your way into the pose however you like. So, right hip rolls down, long through your spine, nice and open through your chest, and then take your arms back by your sides, pressing back into your back heel, and then further still, taking the arms forward. So you've got this two-way reach, pressing back energetically into your heel, and then also reaching forward into your fingertips. Holding just a few more breaths. Right hip keeps rolling down. And exhale, hands to your hips. Lower your back leg, foot to the floor. Take a breath. Release your hands by your sides. Shake out your feet and legs. Beautiful. Let's make our way back down to the floor. Extend your legs and bring the left sole of your foot to your right inner thigh. We'll go into a revolved alternate leg stretch. So head to knee pose, but with a bit of rotation. We're going to start by taking the left hand to the outside of the right leg and then place your right hand behind you. So we're going across body first and maybe walking the hand down into a forward fold either outside of the right leg or holding onto the foot, folding forward. Then inhale, release up. Come back to center and then slide your right hand down your right leg, holding your foot or first two fingers around your big toes. And inhale, float the left arm up and over. So you want to stay nice and open through your chest, and you'll begin to compress through the right side of your body. And your side body is tracking over your leg, engaging through the thigh, flexing your toes back toward you, and maybe reaching for the toes. And if you're able to reach for your toes, you can draw against them with your top hand to really accentuate that stretch through the left side of your body. And you might find that you can drop your right elbow down to the floor, otherwise just resting it on top of your shin. 2 more breaths here. And inhale, release. Come back up and change sides. Extend your left leg. Bring the right sole of your foot to your left inner thigh. Sitting up nice and tall, we'll take the right hand across to the outside of the left leg. And back hand resting on your sacrum as you maybe fold forward and press against your leg or foot to help you rotate around to the left. And inhale, release. Sliding the left hand down the left leg, holding the ankle, the foot, or first two fingers around the big toes, big toe. Unless you have two big toes on your left foot, then you can say toes. Floating the right arm up and over, opening up through the chest, contracting through the left side body, and maybe the elbow, left elbow comes to the mat as you reach for the toes. One more breath here. And release. Come back up. Extend both legs. Take a breath. Now bring the right foot in. So you've got your heel aligned right in front of your hip. So it's quite a tight, compact position. If it feels like your back is rounding too much, take a folded blanket underneath your hips. And from here, we're going to raise the right arm up, dropping the upper arm down to the inside of your knee, then wrapping the arm behind you. And here is where we might like to implement the belt. So you can have the arm wrapped around and holding like so. I'll just show you for the angle. Arm wraps around, reach for the belt, and then you can go into a nice binded position. And then your top arm draws back against your knee as you lift and lengthen through your spine, folding forward, bringing your chin, your forehead toward your leg. So without the belt, we wrap around and grab the hand. And all the while, you're trying to bring your heel in nice and close to the front of your hip. The front of your hip. Bring it nice and close to your hip. Okay, and folding forward. Just a couple more breaths here. Inhale, come up. Extend. And take the left foot in. Same thing on the other side. Using your belt if you need. Bringing the heel in as close as you can get it to your hip. Raising the left arm up and then lowering your upper arm to the inside of your knee, wrapping the arm back behind you And reaching for your belt or your right hand. Sitting up nice and tall, and then exhale, fold forward. Breathing naturally. Flexing your right toes back toward you. One more breath here. And release. Release the bind, raise your torso up, and straighten your legs. Take a breath. Okay. So that was Marichyasana A. We're going to do Marichyasana uh, twist now. So taking the right foot back to that same position. And you can start by taking the left elbow and wrapping it around the right leg, around the right knee. I'm going to take a block behind me to press down into that back hand. Further still is to take the elbow to the outside of your knee. The full posture is to actually wrap around and come into a bind, which I'm personally not able to do. Um, so if you're familiar with it, please absolutely go for it. I'm just going to go into the elbow to the outside of the knee position. So you're going into a nice, compact, and deep spinal twist. And then turning to look over your right shoulder. Keeping your hips to the floor, flexing your left foot back toward you. One more breath. Slowly release, come back to center. Extend the right leg. Bring the left foot in. Bringing that heel in as close as possible, starting by wrapping the right elbow around the left leg. Planting the left hand behind you. Lift and spiral. And further still, you can either go into a bind or take the elbow to the outside of your left knee. Keeping your right leg nice and active. One more breath here. And release. Extend both legs. And staying where you are. Now taking the left leg under and the right leg over the top with the right foot to the floor. And revolving around to the right. So you're going across body, taking your left elbow around your right knee, or just like we did in the other pose, taking your elbow to the outside of your knee and opening up through your palm, planting your right hand down behind you, and really lift and spiral through your spine, turning to look over your shoulder to bring the twist all the way into your neck. And then breathing here. Nice and open through your palm, strong lines of energy through the fingers. Soft through your belly. And release back to center. Take the right leg under, the left leg over, left foot planted on the floor, and keeping your right heel nice and close to your left hip. Sitting up tall and either wrapping the right elbow around the front of the knee or taking the elbow to the outside of the left knee, opening up through your palm, planting the left hand down behind you, pressing into the floor to help you lift and spiral, turning to look over your left shoulder. Keeping your breath flowing as best you can in this contracted position. So your diaphragm, your belly, trying to keep it nice and soft, even though it's in a little bit of a twisted state. And the more you soften through the belly, the more you can twist through the spine. And release. Cross your legs and take a breath. Feeling the energy flowing through your body. Feeling your breath to be deep and relaxed. Okay. Now taking your legs out in front, feet to the floor, bending your knees. We're going to go into boat pose. So we'll go into it in stages and you can choose your own adventure as to how far you want to go into it. So the secret with boat pose is to keep your lower back lifting forward. If you start to sink down into your belly and your lower back, thinking that it's going to help you stabilize, it's actually the opposite. The more you sink back, the more you'll lose composure. So keep lifting through your lower back, long through your spine, and that helps with the whole balance and tensegrity of your body in holding the position. So we'll start with just bringing our toes to the floor, lifting your heels, hands to the front of your knees, and lift through your spine, lifting up through your sternum, and then take your hands behind your thighs, raising your feet up off the floor. Good. Navel drawing in. You might like to stay here. Further still is to release the hands by your legs. Further still is to straighten the legs, trying to keep your feet lifted in line with your head. Navel drawing in and lower back lifting forward. Spine is long. Keep breathing. Couple more breaths here. And hug the knees in and relax. Straighten your legs, lean back into your hands, and give your legs a little shake. And cross the legs, coming over onto all fours, stepping your right foot forward. Full lunge position now, starting by taking your hands to rest on top of your knees, lowering down into the lunge position, taking your time, softening into your hips, stacking your knee above your ankle. It's okay if it goes forward over your foot a little. And then when you're ready, taking your arms up above your head, reaching up into your fingertips and feeling your ribs lift up out of your waistline. So as you're lifting through your upper body, keep that lift as you allow your hips to soften downwards. One more breath. Good. Hands come down to the floor. Step your right foot back, coming onto all fours. Take a breath. And step your left foot forward. Bring both hands to rest on your front knee as you carefully lower your hips down to the floor, easing into the lunge. Taking your time, moving with awareness. And when you feel ready to move on to the next stage, raising your arms up above your head, reaching into your fingertips, shoulders down away from your ears, but really reaching and lifting through the spine, lifting the ribs out of the waistline as you allow your hips to naturally descend toward the floor. Softening into your face and softening into your hips. And one breath here. And as you exhale, lower your hands to the floor. Step your knee back and come back and sit on your heels. Finding your way into garland pose before we come down onto the mat. So however you like to find your way there, we're going to come into a deep squat position. Your heels are underneath your hips and your feet are turned out at a 45-degree angle. And if you feel like your feet are hovering a little bit, slide a blanket or fold up your mat and take it under your heels so that you've got that nice grounded point of contact under your feet. And then take your elbows to the inside of your knees, pressing your palms together in Anjali Mudra. And bring your hands right to your chest so that your thumbs are pressing into your sternum. Allow your hips to sink down as you reach into the crown of your head. Spine is nice and long. Gently press the elbows into the knees until you feel a nice stretch through the inner thighs, hips, and groin. And then we just settle here and breathe. Cultivating that balance between effort and ease. Grounding down through your feet. Your hips are heavy. And then simultaneously reaching upwards through the crown of your head. And the breath is flowing freely around your body. One final breath here. And release. Softening your arms, releasing your hands. Hands to the floor as you gracefully drop your hips to the floor. And we come down onto our belly for Sphinx pose. So come all the way to the floor. I have to be careful of my mic muting on the mat. So I'm going to be hovering in Sphinx pose. I'm not going to start lying down, but you guys, please feel free to come all the way down to the floor, forehead to the floor, and rest for a moment. And then when you're ready, begin to set up the foundation of your pose by taking your elbows underneath your shoulders. Your palms are open wide. Then we're going to lift through the head, broadening through the collarbones. And raising your head and gazing down at the tip of the nose, gently reaching back into your legs and toes. Visualize each vertebra lengthening from your lower back up through your middle back into your neck. Gently pressing down into your palms and forearms to help you lift through your torso and lengthen through your spine. Holding here for a few more breaths. Softening into your face. And release. Relax your shoulders and lower your head. Taking your arms down by your sides and turning your head to one side, resting for a moment. And turn your head to the other side. Breathe. And bring your head back to center, rolling over onto your back. Gently hug your knees into your chest, making some small circles with your knees. Releasing through the lower back, taking it in the opposite direction of the gentle back arch we just practiced. And then bringing your knees back to center. We're going to keep our knees together, taking our arms out to our sides at shoulder height, palms down. Rocking the knees from side to side. We're going to keep the knees together. So it actually gets quite strong as you glue the knees together. So if it feels too strong on your spine, just allow the knees to come apart naturally. But gradually building up, and when you feel like you're ready to, taking your knees all the way over to the right side, flexing your feet, keeping your knees stacked on top of one another, and your opposite shoulder might come up off the floor naturally as you go into the twist. Good. And drawing your navel in, raise your knees back to center, taking your knees over to the left, keeping the knees stacked on top of one another. The feet are flexed, allowing your right shoulder to naturally come up off the floor, and gently working that shoulder down toward the floor to increase the stretch. Looking to the right as your legs reach over to the left. And navel drawing in. Come back to center. Hug your knees in one more time, interlocking your hands in front of your knees. Lengthening your tailbone down toward the floor. And then releasing your legs. Turning your palms up with your arms out by your side. Getting ready for Shavasana. So please make yourself comfortable for Yoga Nidra, taking any props that you like to use to make yourself comfortable. Maybe a pillow or bolster under the knees, or just laying where you are. No props required. Giving yourself a little bit of time and space here to notice how your mind and body feel after your practice. Maybe your thoughts have slowed down and your mind feels a little bit more calm. Your body is relieved of some of the tension that may have built up throughout the day. And taking a moment here to reflect on the yoga wisdom of Aham Brahmasmi. I'm not my body. I am not my mind. I am spirit soul, an eternal spark of the Supreme Soul. Aham Brahmasmi. And just witnessing here that you have thoughts and you're aware of your mental activity, but you are not your thoughts. You are not your mind. You are the silent witness, the perceiver of the mind. And likewise, witnessing the sensations in your body. Becoming aware of the body as a whole. But noticing that you are not your body. You are the silent witness, the perceiver of your body. And that perceiver is you, the spirit soul or Atman, seated within the vehicle of this miraculous mind-body complex, the human form. Now slowly taking your awareness all the way down to your feet. And we'll go through a guided relaxation. Relaxing your toes from your big toes to your little toes. Relaxing the soles of your feet. And feeling your heels getting heavier and heavier as they rest against the floor. Your ankles are soft and relaxed. Your calf muscles are soft and your shin bones are heavy. Relaxing into your knee joints and softening into all the tissues surrounding your knee joints. Relax your thighs, the tops of your thighs, your inner thighs and outer thighs, and your hamstrings. Relax your left hip and your right hip. Both of your legs are heavy and relaxed. Now begin to soften into your belly. Softening into the lower region of your abdomen. And then softening through your middle abdomen. And then all the way up to the top where your diaphragm sits, nestled underneath your ribs. And feel the sides of your torso as if they're melting down toward the floor. Begin to relax into your chest, relaxing your ribs and all the muscles in between each rib. Feeling your heart to be soft and light. Your entire torso is heavy and relaxed. Moving your awareness up to your shoulders. Feeling your collarbones broadening and releasing. Relaxing from the tops of the shoulders down and around your shoulder blades. Letting go of any physical or emotional tension that you might have resting on your shoulders. Just letting it all go with an outward breath. Relax your upper arms, your elbows, and your forearms. Softening into your wrists and hands. Your fingers are gently curled, becoming aware of the gentle prickling sensation of prana and life force circulating your palms. Both of your arms are heavy and relaxed. Moving your awareness to your lower back. Feel your sacrum broadening and releasing. Relax your lower back, your middle back, your upper back, and your neck. All the muscles either side of your spine are soft and relaxed. Your head is heavy as it rests against the floor. Your eyes are heavy and your jaw is soft. Relax your mouth, relax your tongue. Your entire body is heavy and relaxed. You feel safe and warm and easily able to slip into a deep state of relaxation. Nothing else to do and nowhere else to be. Simply rest. Now slowly coming back into awareness, laying where you are, there's no need to move. So for tonight's end of practice meditation, we're going to do a kirtan meditation. So it's a call and response practice. So I'll lead by singing the mantra Gauranga, and then it will be your turn to repeat the mantra back to me, and I'll listen. So it's not about how your voice sounds, it's just singing from your heart and resting your mind in this beautiful sacred mantra. So you can just lay there and allow the sound to wash over you, or if you want to participate, you can join in singing in your own time as you feel comfortable. Gauranga, 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 Gauranga. Your turn if you like. Gauranga, 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 Gauranga. My turn. Gauranga, 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 Gauranga. Your turn last time. Gauranga, 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 Gauranga. And now just relaxing, just feeling that beautiful sacred mantra resonate through your mind and settle in your heart. This beautiful sacred mantra is so spiritually and completely satisfying to the soul, helping us to cultivate contentment, peace, and happiness. Now beginning to wake up your body by wriggling your fingers and toes And gently rocking your head from side to side. Rolling over onto your side before pressing yourself up to sit. And we'll close off our practice by bringing our palms together in prayer position, bowing to offer our respects to one another. And bowing once more, offering our respects to the Supreme Soul. Namaste.